Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. A day that would start like any other, but end in a way no one could have ever imagined. Dawn broke over the city, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. The first light of day brought with it a sense of calm and routine as the city slowly awakened from its slumber. People went about their daily routines, children played in the streets, and shopkeepers opened their stores. The hum of life was palpable, a testament to the resilience and spirit of the people. Hiroshima, a major military and industrial center, had largely been spared from the extensive bombing that had ravaged other Japanese cities. Its factories and shipyards were still operational, contributing to the war effort. The citizens carried with them a sense of normalcy, a belief that the war would soon end. They clung to hope, finding solace in their daily routines and the familiar faces of their community. The Ota River flowed serenely through the city, its banks lined with elegant willow trees. The river was a lifeline, providing water and a place for reflection and peace. Laughter echoed through the narrow streets as children chased each other, their voices a melody of innocence. They were blissfully unaware of the dark clouds gathering on the horizon. The air was thick with the scent of blooming cherry blossoms, a bittersweet reminder of the transient nature of life. The blossoms, in their full glory, symbolized both beauty and the fleeting moments of happiness. The Enola Gay, an American B-29 bomber, was en route, carrying a payload that would change the course of history. Its mission was shrouded in secrecy, known only to a select few. Little did the people of Hiroshima know, the clock was ticking down to a moment that would forever etch their city into the annals of time. The seconds slipped away, each one bringing them closer to an unimaginable fate. As the morning progressed, the city buzzed with activity. Workers headed to factories, students made their way to schools, and families prepared for another day. The air was filled with the sounds of a city alive and thriving. In the bustling markets, vendors called out to passers-by, selling fresh produce, fish, and handmade goods. The vibrant colors and lively chatter painted a picture of normalcy and routine. Families gathered for breakfast, sharing stories and laughter. The sense of community was strong, a bond that held them together through the trials of war. In classrooms, teachers imparted knowledge to eager young minds, instilling in them the values of hard work and perseverance. The future seemed bright, full of promise and potential. In the factories, workers toiled away, contributing to the war effort with a sense of duty and pride. The hum of machinery and the clang of metal were the soundtrack of their labor. At shrines, families offered prayers for peace and protection, seeking solace in their faith. The spiritual life of the city was a source of strength and comfort. Unbeknownst to them, high above the city, the Enola Gay approached, its shadow growing larger with each passing moment. The fate of Hiroshima hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of an abyss. The clock tower stood tall, its hands moving inexorably forward. Time, relentless and unyielding, marched on, bringing with it the dawn of a new and devastating era. In these final moments of normalcy, the people of Hiroshima lived their lives with hope and determination. They were unaware that their world was about to be irrevocably changed, that their city would soon become a symbol of both destruction and resilience. And then, in an instant, everything changed. The Enola Gay released its deadly payload, and the world held its breath. The moment of impact would forever alter the course of history, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of all who witnessed it. The aftermath was a scene of unimaginable devastation. The city, once vibrant and full of life, lay in ruins. The people of Hiroshima faced a new reality, one marked by loss, suffering, and the long road to recovery. Today, Hiroshima stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Memorials and monuments serve as reminders of the past, honoring those who were lost and ensuring that the lessons of history are never forgotten. The city has been rebuilt, rising from the ashes to become a symbol of peace and hope. The people of Hiroshima have shown the world that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, there is always the possibility of renewal and rebirth. As the sun sets over modern-day Hiroshima, the city stands as a beacon of peace, a reminder of the strength and resilience of its people. The story of Hiroshima is one of tragedy and triumph, a testament to the enduring human spirit. At 8:15 a.m., the unimaginable occurred. The Enola Gay released Little Boy, an atomic bomb containing uranium-235. The bomb detonated 1,900 feet above the city center, unleashing a blinding flash of light and an infernal heat wave. The temperature at the hypercenter reached an estimated 7,000 degrees Celsius, instantly vaporizing everything in its path. Thousands perished in the blink of an eye. Buildings crumbled like sandcastles, their structures unable to withstand the immense pressure. A massive firestorm erupted, fueled by the debris and the intense heat. The world as the people of Hiroshima knew it had vanished in an instant. An eerie silence descended upon the city after the initial blast. Then slowly, agonizingly, the silence was broken. Cries for help pierced the air, whispers of pain and disbelief. Survivors emerged from the rubble, their clothes torn, their skin scorched, their eyes wide with terror. Many were blinded, their vision stolen by the blinding flash. The injured, their bodies broken and burned, stumbled through the streets, desperate for medical attention. But hospitals too had been reduced to rubble, their staffs decimated by the blast. Amidst the chaos and despair, stories of extraordinary courage and compassion began to emerge. Strangers helped strangers, sharing what little food and water they had. Even in the darkest of hours, the human spirit flickered, a testament to the resilience of hope. The aftermath of the bombing was a scene of utter devastation. Buildings were reduced to rubble, their skeletons twisted and charred. The iconic dome of the Genbaku Dome stood as a stark reminder of the blast, its structure miraculously intact but forever scarred. The city was shrouded in a thick pall of smoke and dust, the air heavy with the stench of death and decay. The psychological trauma ran deep, leaving an indelible mark on the survivors. Many suffered from survivors' guilt, haunted by the memories of those who had perished. The bomb had cast a long shadow over Hiroshima, a shadow that would stretch far into the future. The world watched in horror as the true extent of the devastation became clear. One of the most haunting reminders of the bombing is the Hiroshima shadows. These are silhouettes of people and objects etched onto walls and sidewalks, created by the intense heat and light of the blast. The shadows serve as a chilling testament to the sudden and violent nature of the event. They are ghostly outlines of lives cut short, frozen in time. Take, for example, the shadow of a man, forever frozen mid-stride on the steps of the Sumitomo Bank. He was likely on his way to work, unaware that he was living his last moments. These shadows are not just physical imprints, they are etched into the very soul of Hiroshima. They stand as silent witnesses to the horrors of that day, a stark warning for future generations. The atomic bomb did not just unleash its fury in an instant, it also left behind a sinister and invisible enemy radiation. Many survivors who had escaped the initial blast and firestorm later succumbed to radiation sickness. Their bodies, ravaged by the invisible rays, slowly shut down. Hair loss, nausea, vomiting, and internal bleeding were just some of the horrific symptoms. The long-term effects of radiation exposure continue to plague survivors to this day. Cancer rates in Hiroshima and Nagasaki are significantly higher than in other parts of Japan. The true extent of the damage caused by the atomic bomb may never be fully known. The legacy of radiation serves as a stark reminder of the indiscriminate and long-lasting impact of nuclear weapons. In the face of unimaginable destruction, the people of Hiroshima displayed remarkable resilience. With unwavering determination, they began the arduous task of rebuilding their lives and their city. From the ashes of destruction, a new Hiroshima emerged, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. The rebuilding process was slow and painful. The city was in ruins, its infrastructure destroyed. But the people of Hiroshima refused to give up hope. They created a new city from the ruins of the old, a city dedicated to peace and remembrance. The world watched in awe as Hiroshima rose from the ashes. While Hiroshima has made remarkable progress in the decades since the bombing, the scars of that fateful day run deep. The Genbaku Dome stands as a stark reminder of the devastation, its skeletal frame a silent testament to the horrors of nuclear war. Museums and memorials throughout the city preserve the memories of the victims and educate visitors about the dangers of nuclear weapons. The emotional and psychological scars of the bombing continue to affect survivors. Many still grapple with the trauma of that day, haunted by memories they can never erase. The bombing of Hiroshima was not just a historical event, it was a life-altering experience that continues to shape the lives of survivors today. The city of Hiroshima has dedicated itself to promoting peace and nuclear disarmament. Hiroshima's message is one of hope and resilience, but also one of urgent warning. The bombing of Hiroshima had a profound impact on the course of human history. It ushered in the nuclear age, an era defined by the terrifying power of atomic weapons. The world was forever changed on that fateful day in August 1945. The bombing of Hiroshima forced humanity to confront the devastating consequences of nuclear war. It shattered the illusion that war could be contained, that civilian populations could be spared. The images of Hiroshima and Nagasaki shocked the world and ignited a global movement for peace and nuclear disarmament. The legacy of Hiroshima is complex and multifaceted. It is a legacy that compels us to learn from the mistakes of the past and to work towards a future free from the threat of nuclear war. Hiroshima stands as a powerful symbol of peace, a city forever linked to the horrors of nuclear war and the enduring human spirit. It is a city that has transformed its tragedy into a message of hope, a message that resonates around the world. From the ashes of destruction, Hiroshima has risen as a beacon of peace, urging the world to learn from its past and choose a different path. The city's message is clear. Nuclear weapons are a threat to humanity, and their elimination is essential for our survival. The people of Hiroshima have shown remarkable resilience and compassion in the face of unimaginable suffering. They have rebuilt their city and their lives, not with a desire for revenge, but with a commitment to peace and understanding. Their story is an inspiration to us all. The legacy of Hiroshima is a call to action for all of us. The bombing of Hiroshima serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for a world without nuclear weapons. These weapons of mass destruction have the potential to destroy our planet and extinguish human life as we know it. Achieving a world free from nuclear weapons is a daunting task, but it is a task that we must undertake for the sake of our children and future generations. It requires global cooperation, political will, and a shared commitment to peace. We must work together to strengthen international treaties, prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons, and promote disarmament. The dream of a world without nuclear weapons is within our reach. Let us honor the memory of Hiroshima by working together to make this dream a reality. Let us choose the path of peace for the sake of humanity and for the sake of our planet.